All right, properties of real numbers. We've discussed classifying the real numbers. Now we're looking at the properties. The commutative property. Now, if I have the variable a plus the variable b is equal to, it doesn't matter which number's first. So if you look at a specific example, 3 plus 2 is 5. 2 plus 3 is also 5. That's all the commutative property is. I just think of my commute from Reynoldsburg to Watterson. That distance going to work is the same as going back home. And that's how I kind of remember the commutative property. The distance to school, from school to home, is the same as from home to school is the same as from school to home. My commute. Multiplication. Just simply a times b is equal to b times a. So 4 times 10 is equal to 10 times 4. Both of them, this is a specific example. Doesn't matter which comes first when you're multiplying. Associative property. A plus b, and then I have to add another letter c. If I have three numbers to add together, it doesn't matter which two I add first. So I'm going to put my parentheses around the b plus c, and remember, order of operations says do the parentheses first. You could add these two together first and then take that first number plus the sum of the second. Or you can add the first two, take that sum and add the third number. It doesn't matter. So if you were to look at that, 4 plus 5 plus 1, that's 9 plus 1, which is 10. Would that be the same as 4 plus, don't forget your plus, 5 plus 1? That's 4 plus, and 5 and 1 is 6. That's also 10. So it doesn't matter what order you multiply. And the same goes with multiplication. I can take b times c. Wait, let's be consistent here. I can take the a times b first and then multiply it by c. Or I can take a times and then multiply b times c together and get that. All right, the identity property for addition. A plus 0 equals a, or 0 plus a is also equal to a. The commutative property of just kind of using that. 0 is it has a special name, additive identity. Okay, you add 0 to a number and the number is identical to what it was before. So 5 plus 0 equals 5. This is the property. This is a specific example. Multiplication. What is the multiplicative identity? It would be 1. A times 1 is equal to a. That's the same as 1 times a. When you multiply by 1, you get the same number. And let's just write here, 1 is here's a good word, lots of syllables, multiplicative, multiplicative, multiplicative identity. Okay. Inverse. A plus negative a is 0. Or negative a plus a is 0. So negative a is the additive inverse of positive a, and vice versa. Okay, now for So it's the opposite. It's the one that gives you the additive identity. Now, a times 1 over a, we want to get the, and a times 1 over a is a over a, which is any number over itself is 1. So a times 1 over a is equal to 1. Or 1 over a times a is equal to 1. Multiplicative inverse is also known as the reciprocal. There's another term for that. Okay. If a is a real number, the closure property, and b is a real number, if you add those two numbers together, then their sum is also a real number. A plus b is a real number. Okay, and if you multiply them together, a times b is a real number. That's what the closure property. If a is a real number and b is a real number, a plus b is a real number, and a times b is a real number. So we say that addition is closed in the set of real numbers, and multiplication is also closed in the set of real numbers. The distributive property combines multiplication and addition, sorry. AB, so you take a times b and you take plus a times c. Also, if I were to take a plus b, this is a set of parentheses, and multiply that by c, I would distribute, you can distribute from the other side too. A times c plus b times c. Okay. All right. Let's proceed to let's stop there, and I'll make the next video for the examples.